What's up, guys? Jeebs here, and tonight I wanted to bring you some news on a Ford Focus based truck. This was kind of, well, I guess not shocking to me because Ford has eliminated all cars they produce, minus the Mustang. But Ford is apparently, they didn't confirm or deny the fact that they are possibly adding a subcompact truck to their US car market lineup. Why I say it's a Ford Focus-based truck, well, they're going to be using the new Ford Focus chassis as a platform for this truck. Previous to this, their subcompact truck was only, I think, released in Brazil. Was stopped. They stopped producing it back in 2013, and I just don't see the U.S. being a good market for a subcompact truck. So I could see them possibly adding it over there, but I just don't see it coming to the United States. And there's no word out there. It's only speculation right now that it's coming to the United States. So I don't know, I just kind of wanted to throw that out there, see if any of you had insight on that. I know some of my viewers do work for Ford and Ford Performance, so I wasn't sure if you guys maybe could share anything in the comments below. If there's anything relevant, I'll be sure to pin it. But I just kind of found it kind of interesting to, you know, see what they would create. The Ranger will probably be the smallest truck that we get in the US from Ford. And the other sad thing I heard the other day is the Ranger Raptor is actually not happening. Apparently the Ranger Raptor is just a concept form of truck that Ford is going to use as a performance platform. And what I mean by that is they're going to show all their performance parts off, so you could create something like a Ranger Raptor, but you wouldn't be able to get it from the factory. So all their aftermarket accessories that they're going to be selling with the new Ranger are going to be coming from that concept truck, and they'll probably have a massive magazine of aftermarket parts. And I do think that's cool that Ford offers that. With my Focus ST, like I said, the exhaust, the performance pack, the intake, well, within the performance pack, there's the performance calibration, motor mounts, and even within Ford's catalog, you can buy stuff from Mountune because of their close relationship. So, their close partnership. I just think that they do a really nice job with that. They're the only manufacturer that offers a performance calibration. A lot of you don't call it a real tune, and you're right, it's not a tune, it's a calibration. That's what the engineers were very adamant about, making sure that that was something that I mentioned when talking about the calibration that I have on my car. Because the difference between a tune and a calibration, a tune is done by an aftermarket company who has to guess as to, when you adjust one thing, what is another parameter downstream that will also be affected by that adjustment, because there's proprietary code in these ECUs that even when they crack the code to be able to tune them, you're not fully in the program and able to see everything that a Ford performance employee would be able to see. So they're not guessing, they know exactly the limits of the car while still making it reliable. So that's why this is a performance calibration that is adding 90 foot-pounds of torque and no horsepower. I don't know the reason for that, but there's a reason that it didn't add horsepower. So it's just kind of interesting that that's what they were able to do, and they were also very adamant about it in their little write-up to me before I made that video on my calibration. I think the next thing I'm probably going to do is, the next big thing would be an intercooler. I've also thought about doing the Ford Performance suspension upgrade, just the springs, the sport springs, lowers the car a little bit, give it a little bit better of a stance. And in my video the other day where I made about launching the car, it wasn't, you know, full on launching the car, but you know, lowering the car reduces the amount of, you know, when you launch a car, everything goes back, and the suspension loads the back, and the front wheels aren't as planned on the ground, so you don't get as much of a launch. When you have a lower suspension car or a tighter suspension, that load is not going to shift to the back as much, so you actually get a little bit better grip, better handling when you lower your car. So I think that makes sense to all of you. But that's Audi S3. So those are some upgrades that might be coming here soon, but I mean, really the main upgrade is it needs to be that intercooler. That's just a you know, that's really what needs to happen. Wow, black R8 V10 Plus. just having that constant power all the time. The good thing though is it's boost season in Arizona, so it's only 86 degrees out right now, which feels really nice compared to the summer. So you're not going to takes a lot longer to get to that heat soak point. But even so, if you had a massive intercooler from wherever, Mountain, it's just going to help you get that max performance all the time, running at lower temps. It's just better all around for the car. So that'll probably be something I do next if I don't, depending on when I get the M2. So we'll just have to stick around and see. But thank you all for watching. If you're new to the channel, you're not subscribed, give me a shot, subscribe. We got some good stuff coming up over the next few months. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like it if you did, and we'll see you next time.